Hello, Wilson Hatcher here. We are continuing our series of Communications 101 speeches. This time I've been tasked with giving a PowerPoint presentation informing you about a nonprofit organization that I feel is helpful and beneficial to the community at large. So I've decided to give my presentation on NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Suicide is the third leading cause of death of youth aged 10 to 24 and the 10th leading cause of death overall in the United States. 90% of those who have died by suicide have an underlying mental illness. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused major shifts in how we live our daily lives, and with that brings a number of triggers for mental distress. Social isolation, a more sedentary lifestyle, and feelings of hopelessness and powerlessness are commonplace. In their nationally representative sample, Hollingay et al. Found that more than 1 in 4 Americans with no prior mental health history experienced psychological distress in the early phases of the COVID-19 pandemic. The most prevalent symptoms were heightened anxiety and depression. In another study, Lennon explored the aftermath of other previous pandemics, including the 1918 influenza pandemic, the AIDS epidemic that began in 1981, the 2003 SARS epidemic in Hong Kong, as well as the Fukushima nuclear disaster of 2011. Each of these events were followed by an upswing in suicide rates as people coped with social isolation, witnessing traumatic events, perceived guilt of subjecting others to illness, and dealing with the post-traumatic stress of surviving a pandemic. He goes on to show that there is already an ongoing suicide pandemic in the United States, and that there has been a 27.4% increase in the rate of suicide deaths since 2012. Now, this is before the epidemic, even the COVID-19 epidemic, even happened. Many people are focused on the 281,000 people who have already died from SARS-CoV-19. But few are talking about the mental toll and potential deaths that can come as people cope with the aftermath. Because of this, I've chosen the National Alliance on Mental Illness as the nonprofit organization for my speech. NAMI is the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization whose work is focused around the 3 pillars of education and support, awareness, and advocacy. NAMI provides education and support through their 48 state offices and more than 650 affiliates who offer a host of signature programs, presentations, and support groups that are available free of charge. This includes a national helpline that can provide information, resources, and a compassionate, understanding, trained volunteer to support anyone who calls in. These programs reach more than 300,000 people per year and are life-changing opportunities for education, connections, support, and personal growth. NAMI participates in nationwide awareness opportunities like Mental Health Month, Suicide Prevention Month, and Mental Illness Awareness Week. They have partnerships with a wide range of companies and organizations such as Google and Fox Sports. And NAMI uses those organizations to get their name and mission in front of new audiences. In fact, I was first introduced to NAMI through my work with the Questing for Glory livestream charity marathon. Now, that was an 8-day live-stream video gaming event that raised over $50,000 for this very excellent organization. NAMI engages in federal and state advocacy efforts. They have state organizations to advocate for mental health policy and improved access to support for people with mental illness. Their research is also used in lobbying practices to, again, support policies to provide access to greater access to mental health. So It's important to understand that 1 in 5 Americans live with a mental health condition, but less than half of those will actually receive treatment. Many factors contribute to this, including stigma, a lack of access, and a lack of knowledge and resources. With the increased epidemic of suicide rates in the United States, and what could potentially be an even exacerbation of that as we deal with the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, makes it all the more important that we have organizations such as the National Alliance on Mental Illness. If you are suffering from mental illness and you're not sure where to go, or if you know somebody that is, I urge you to call the NAMI National Hotline at 1-800-950-NAMI. That's 1-800-950-6264. Or you can visit their website at www.nami.org. They are also all across social media. You have the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr handles are on the screen there. And just remember that right now it's okay to not be okay, and that you're not alone. So please reach out for yourself and reach out to help others. Thanks for listening. I'm Wilson Hatcher. Have a great day.